let's talk a little bit about why most people never start a business and how you can. So recently, I think it was last week, I was talking with one of my buddies. He's one of the people that I actually worked with in network marketing back when I first started about 12, 13 years ago. He actually enrolled me in it. So we know he has an entrepreneurial mindset, right? He does see the vision sometimes of certain things. He went to school. He's an accountant, absolutely hates accounting, and has found himself in landscaping. And I was talking with him, and I was like, you really need to start a business. You really need to start a business. You need to start your own landscaping company. It's just in landscaping, especially if you buckle down, you get to work, you do some high quality, higher tier jobs, you can very easily make great money as a landscaper, especially if you own your own business. So he was kind of hemming and hawing with me about it. Wasn't really sure if he wanted to go through with it. So I had a few minutes to spare one evening. I was feeling a little creative. I hopped onto ChatGPT and I started talking to ChatGPT the way that I do. If you don't do this, I highly recommend doing it. Take advantage of using ChatGPT to go back and forth and just have a conversation with it. Either that or Grok. I've been using Grok a lot as well. Grok has definitely got some different capabilities because it has the ability to search X, and you can get a lot of different feedback from that. But I was using ChatGPT and I said, hey, I want to help my friend start a business in landscaping. Let's put together a business plan for him. So I gave it some details about the stuff that he's good at, the type of equipment that he has, the type of equipment that he doesn't have. We did some research together to find out what different jobs might cost. And I put together, I wanted to keep it very short, so a 2-page business plan for him on how to acquire the equipment that he needs and how we can go out and make $100,000 in his first summer and take the winters off. And I figured that'd be really appealing. It would probably be really appealing to anybody if you can go out and make $100,000 over the course of, I live in New England, so the course of the summer, 9 months or so, and then take 3 months off during the winter. He's got a young daughter, so he can spend more time with her, have a little freedom, have some downtime, do stuff like that, just to kind of chill for a little bit. And it's really cool. So to give the idea of how you can do this, my friend, he didn't have a lot of extra money set aside to be able to go and buy a bunch of equipment, but he did have a lawnmower, and he does have an SUV, a 2-wheel drive one, so he's not able to necessarily tow a lot behind it, but a small trailer. So working with ChatGPT, we figured out, it's March right now, the beginning of March. He can start going out and bidding on some spring cleanup jobs, get a handful of spring cleanups lined up and start doing those. And what you do is, and what I recommended to him and what I wrote in the business plan, or Chat wrote in the business plan for me, was to go and do a yard cleanup, use that money and go buy a trailer hitch to get put on your car at U-Haul. And then now you have a trailer hitch, go do another 2 spring cleanups, make $500 and go buy a cheap used little flatbed trailer to tow behind his SUV. Now he has a trailer hitch and a trailer and a lawnmower. So now he's going into springtime, able to do mowing jobs. At this point, it's basically about, going out and making a little bit of money and then turning around and reinvesting that into some new equipment. So he would also need a weed whacker. He would need a leaf blower. He's got a little push lawnmower, some big trash barrels probably to put debris in. And then after that, he's basically set to go. So this was really exciting. It was a very simple task for me to use chat and to kind of hammer this out. And then the second page was all about, the types of different jobs that he would do as he was progressing in his business throughout the course of the summer, the amount of money that he'd be making off the different types of jobs, predictably, making, supposedly, hopefully making. I think the estimates were pretty close on what it was getting based off guesses from different websites that it was picking up, but it was really cool. So the point of this is, whether, I know I talk a lot about online business, network marketing, different types of remote type things, because that's what I'm really passionate about. I want to be able to work and travel and work. I don't want to have to sit still and be at home to be able to do my work. So landscaping is something that's not going to work for me because I'm I don't want to stay in New England. I don't like New Hampshire anymore. I've been here my whole life. I want to go. I'm going to go down to South Carolina this summer. So I need stuff that's going to be basically predominantly online to run my businesses. But if you're watching this and you have ideas and you do something like landscaping, or you work in the trades of some other sort, carpentry, electrical work, what I would implore you to do is to take advantage of something like ChatGPT and AI and start to just have conversations with it and find out what the potential is in different careers, because you'd be surprised how knowledgeable it is. And just going back and forth, you ask it a question and it responds, and then you can kind of clarify based off the response that you got from it that, oh, I didn't mean this, I meant more like this. And you can really hammer it down into getting a pretty good business plan together so you can actually go and launch a business. And there is really no better way to live than to work for yourself. You have the ability to make decisions, depending on the type of business you start. If it's a restaurant, you're going to be kind of stuck there a little bit more. But a lot of different businesses, you can design your life around it, which is really cool. Maybe like my friend, he wants to take winters off. He doesn't want to do plowing and snow removal and all of that. So I was like, all right, well, let's put together a business plan where you can make enough money during the summer where now you don't have to worry about working in the winter. And something like that can be expanded upon too. So when I was talking to him just the other day, I was like, well, let's pick a name for your business that doesn't include your name. So whether it be like, Elm Landscaping or whatever, Piscataqua Landscaping, which I think there is actually one of those in our area. But if you don't put your name in it, now it's a much easier business to sell. So it's going to be about 5 years until his daughter is going off into college. And he's probably going to be looking to get out of this area at that point. So you can go and grow this business over the course of the next 5 years, and then you can turn around and sell it, which is really cool. I mean, you can sell that business, especially the whole idea of wanting to get the maximum value out of a business is you want to get a lot of contracts with people. So have people sign up for, a yearly contract to do the lawn mowing, or 3 times a year go and take care of the gardens or pruning the trees, and get people on contracts. So when you do decide to sell that business, you now have the ability to say, our next year's revenue is predicted to be this, because we have, the Joneses down the street, we got the Smiths, we have all these different people that are already under contract or have already said that they want to get this work done, every year. So you are predictably going to be making, this much money already next year before you even bring in new business. Now you can turn around and sell that company to somebody who is looking to start a landscaping business and maybe have some of the equipment ready to go. Somebody that has a little bit of money to invest or wants to go take out a loan to do that sort of thing. So I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit about what the potential is for your life. If you don't like what you're doing, whether it doesn't matter what your career is in, almost any career, you have the ability to start doing work on the side and grow that kind of organically into being something that you can do full time. So the other thing with my friend is he's going to be starting work soon. So he's going to be able to make money through his main landscaping job, start to save some of that money to invest into buying the equipment for his job. And then he can do some side work on the weekends and start to grow that and accumulate the equipment over the summer and start to build some relationships with different clients over the summer. So then going into next year, he'll have the ability to come into it and say, all right, I know that, last year working part-time, I was able to make this much money. So if I start going at it full-time, then I can make enough where I don't have to work for somebody else. You can afford to pay for, your food, your housing, vacations, golfing trips, all the stuff that we want to do. And I just thought that was really cool. Something that was very easy for me to do for him. It wasn't super complicated, but it was cool to see the amount of value that he put on that, because it wasn't something that he thought to do for himself. So go out there and try something. The only way you're going to be able to succeed in business is to try and fail. There is no way around it. Nobody gets lucky on their first attempt. You're going to have some failures first. So just get it out of the way. That's what I've done my whole life. I'm just constantly trying to start something new. and you have some things that will eventually hit. I have a few things going right now that I'm really excited about that could turn out to be a really, really huge opportunity for me. And then I have some other things that, I'm just plugging away, like this YouTube thing. I'm working at it. I'm staying consistent. I'm doing the do, and I'm getting it done. And I know that if I look at this as not a 6 month goal, or, I hope to have 1,000 followers in 3 months. If I look at this as I'm going to do YouTube videos like this and keep giving back and trying to help people with the stuff that I'm learning over time for the next 10 years, then by the end of 10 years, I should have a fairly decent sized following. I should be able to make some decent money through this platform, and other platforms. I'm going to start posting these videos on Rumble as well, and I'm going to start putting up some shorts on X and different platforms that are up and coming for video. That's another thing, is look at new emerging platforms and get into those early. Like I did that with TikTok, and I grew really quickly in the beginning on TikTok, and now it's really hard to grow on TikTok compared to the way it used to be. So we'll wrap this up here, but I hope you guys got something from this. If you're thinking about a business, get on ChatGPT. It's free. You can use it. You can ask 8 or 10 questions back and forth before it tells you need to chill out for a couple hours or upgrade to a paid plan, but you can use it for free. I'm even trying to talk my mom into using that instead of Google. It's just a super helpful tool, and I think everybody should be taking advantage of that right now before AI turns into something evil in the future. So let's use it, try to make as much money as we can so you can insulate yourself from when it goes crazy in the future. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good day. Go get it.